الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيب إله العالمين بالقاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى أهل بيت الأطهار الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. قال الله الحكيم في محكم كتابه الكريم: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم، بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ويوم يعض الظالم على يديه يقول يا ليتني اتخذت مع الرسول سبيلا يا ويلتى ليتني لم أتخذ فلانا خليلا. صدق الله العلي العظيم. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make this year the year of the reappearance of our beloved Imam Mahdi Ajalallah ta'ala Faraj al-Sharif with the blessing of another loud salawat. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us amongst His companions and His sincere soldiers with the blessing of another loud salawat. In our team tonight, that everybody is so hyped up about it. Registration has been done. Parents are involved. We can see, mashallah, a lot of people. People have asked me to do a special dua for their team to win. And the one who pays more will get more dua. The one who pays less will just get one salawat, that's it. The one who pays more, probably dua kumail will be behind them. In our team, we would like all of our team members to be on the same page. We would like all of our team members to have one objection, and that is to win. خواهران گرامی، rest aside the salawat. We don't like if any of our team member is behind. We will be discouraged if we saw one of our team member, it's not, he or she is not putting all of their effort. We will be discouraged. Maybe the coach will say, okay, come here. Everything is okay. Why don't you play your player the way that you were practicing? We really want everybody to give hand in hand together to win. And that's only for a couple of hours. And the reward maximum is a trophy. When I heard the way that people are really motivated about it, I thought maybe they're giving $10,000 prize, $5,000 or $1,000. I heard people become really into it. They take it really serious. And I was just sitting on the sofa right now. One of the young kids came, can you put me in another team? We are together, we can be good match. When I hear these things, I see a good introduction to our topic tonight about Jihad ma'an Nafs and Shaitan. Again, for only 2-3 hours that we will play, and our reward will be only a trophy. That's it. Which we will take a picture and we will put it on the shelf. The whole community is coming together. We have to apply the same concept to Jihad ma'an Nafs. This war against our Nafs and our Shaitan, which is our lifetime, as we have been mentioning it for the past couple of nights. All of us, we are involved in this battle against our Nafs, internal enemy, and external enemy, Shaitan. The topic for tonight will be the importance of friends in this jihad. That we all need good friend. A friend is must in this jihad. It's not an option. We must have a good friend in this jihad. And we have to be very selective about who we befriend. The teachings of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam have given us detailed prescription of the people who we should befriend and people who we should not befriend. Imagine, so I give an example of the match tonight. Another example, imagine in the battlefield. We are fighting and then you have someone sitting next to us. The enemy is bombarding us and we are fighting back. There is someone sitting next to us and they're playing Fortnite. We will be like, hey, get up. You see, we're about to be finished. They're attacking us right and left. They are bombarding us. You are sitting here smoking shisha, playing Fortnite, watching a show. Get up, do something. If we don't give hand in hand together, we will lose and we will die, both of us. So you see how important it is for us to have the right friends with us in this battle. It's very important for us to befriend the right people. As youngsters, as older, also as a parents. We have to be very selective who we befriend, because our children will befriend their children. I, as a parent, I have this responsibility. I gave some glimpse of information about tonight's topic in the previous night. Tonight we'll go in depth about it. All of us, young and old, we have to be very, very, very selective about our friends. Why? Why? Because our salvation in this dunya and our salvation in akhirah, our heaven and hell is based on our friends. If we have the right people within our surrounding and within our favorite call list, the righteous people, we can see ourselves getting toward heaven. And if the people that we have on our favorites, those people who we have liked or followed, well, they determine our hell also. If you see within history, always the right person will guide other people and the wrong person will misguide other people. It's all about our friends, brothers and sisters. Let's look at some of the hadith. عن أبي عبد الله الصادق عليه السلام said, لا تصحبوا أهل البدع. Do not befriend, صاحب, befriend, take a person who brings innovation as your companion. What is bid'ah and innovation? We only think, for example, Salat al-Tarawih bid'ah. That's innovation in our ahkam. Well, we do have also innovation in our akhlaq. For example, wife and husband, they get upset with one another. Typical, normal. I think problems within the marital life is like spices within food. Again, problems within marital life is like spices within food. If it's no spices, the food will be tasteless. If it's too much spices, only Pakistani people can eat it. We can't eat it. There should be some spices within this life. That's the problems. Up and down, up and down. And I see these problems to be like the AKG, you know, it goes up and down. If there is no problem, the line will be teet. This life is dead. Not that I should create a problem. No, a problem will always be there. So there is a problem between wife and husband. She goes and she sits with her companions. Rather than some companions and friends and those that she chit-chat with, telling her, it's okay, be patient. This will pass also. There is a problem, tolerate it, be patient. Of course, we're not talking about physical abuse and he's hitting her and he's hitting her all the way to the end to kill, which I don't think there are any cases like this, maybe 1 in a million. But typical problems. I said something, he said something, he raised his voice, I raised my voice, he badmouth, I badmouth. Okay, these things happen. Rather than they telling her, it's okay, be patient. Because hadith says, any woman who tolerates, any wife who tolerates the akhlaq of her husband, she will get the reward of Asya bint Muzahim, wife of Fir'aun. They said, oh, seriously? We mentioned also previous night, all of the men are like this. Why you are dealing with him? You should not. See, this person is bringing innovation. Religion says something else, tolerance, patience, forbearance, forgiveness. These people come say, no, revenge. Stand on your feet. Why? Why? Imam says, do not befriend these kind of people. Again, bid'ah in aqidah, bid'ah in ahkam, bid'ah in akhlaq. Do not. وَلَا تُجَالِسُوهُمْ. Not only don't take them as your companion, don't take them as your friend, don't sit with them. Right now, for example, when I sit on the sufra, you guys call it dastarkhan, whatever, table cover. You know, there's a conversation around when we eat. This is called mujalasa. When you sit around one another and you talk, you're not necessarily friend of someone. You sat next to one. What's happening? They say something, you say something, back and forth. This will have an impact on your mind and your behavior and your demeanor and your personality, brothers and sisters. Imam said, don't even sit with them. Not only don't befriend these people who bring innovation, do not sit with them. How Islam is particular about every movement of our life, brothers and sisters. Every movement, Islam has a teaching and guidance. فَتَصِيرُ. Why we should not befriend these people? Why we should not sit with them? Why? فَتَصِيرُ عَنْدَ النَّاسِ كَوَاحِدٍ مِّنْهُمْ. In the eyes of the people, you will be like one of them. Alhamdulillah, we don't have this. I'm just giving hypothetical scenario. If you see a person is sitting and befriending a drug addict, like 5 of his friends are all drug addicts. Well, people say, well, this guy walks with them, talks like them, sits like them. He is one of them. It's obvious. My wife was telling me, it's interesting, within the different community that she comes with me and we go, she's like, you see all the people who are divorced, they all sit together. One gives hand to the another person. One gives hand to the another person. Why we consider to be, well, we don't care what people say. Okay? Imam Sadiq said, because Rasulullah, qala Rasulullah, al-mar'u ala deen khalilihi wa qarineh. As an individual, we follow the same religion of our friends. If they are religious, we will be religious. If they are irreligious, we'll become irreligious also. If they have sabr and patience and forbearance, we will have sabr and patience and forbearance. Because we see it is manifested in their talk, in their walk, in the way they behave in their life. In this jihad, we have to find everyone that they have the same mindset as us, that we want to fight our nafs, we want to fight our shaitan. Not that I want to become good and better person, and the other person says, who cares about these things? These are all man-made things. Who thinks about religion this age that we are living? We are living in an era of AI in the 21st century. What are you talking about nafs? What are you talking about shaitan? This kind of person will influence me. You see how we have to be very, very selective about our friends? And I will emphasize again, who we befriend as a parents, because our kids will befriend their kids. I have to emphasize on this, brothers and sisters. Parents, I mentioned it, and I will say exactly the same thing that I said last night and the night before. We have 2 eyes, we have to borrow 4 eyes and be vigilant and observe our kids, where they go, where they come, who they talk to, what's happening. In a nicely manner, of course, but we have to know what's happening to them. And we all did it during COVID. When they would go outside, when they come inside, wash your hands, sanitize yourself. Did you talk with anybody? Okay, this family, they're all sick. we don't mingle with them. We don't talk with them right now. Salaam alaikum over the phone. Even if they cough behind the phone, we sanitize the phone. Because we don't want COVID to transfer via phone. So during COVID, we were protective of our family, ourselves, where we go, don't touch this, don't touch this, sit here. Somebody cough, stay back. We did it with our kids. Because of a virus that can cause death. We're just going with a mainstream conversation. But if I see my son or my daughter, she's befriending or he's befriending someone who don't seem any religiosity in them, they will have effect. I'll give you an example. Very tangible example. Within our community, and I'm trying to see where does this trend starts. This is becoming my social experiment in this past 2 weeks. Because I came here, I saw some of the youth, unfortunately or good or bad, my eyes and my ears are really wide open. I see a lot of things. I hear a lot of things. I saw the same terminologies that are used in our youth in Virginia, they're using it here. For example, they talked, you are not the main character. This is not vibing. You're yapping. See, the kids, they know this conversation happening. One will lead to another person. One will start using these words, whatever terminology it is, whatever slang it is in the street, one will use it, will pass it to the second, third, fourth, fifth. Example, within our boys, when they would see one another, they will call it, June, where have you been? They have a lot of friendship between one another. My second son, being amongst them, he started using this. He coming home, started using this. My youngest son also started using the same words. It's only word terminology, nothing wrong with it. Brotherly love, nothing wrong with it, but has effect, it comes inside. My daughter, she goes out, she sees people, they come with these Stanley Cup. You know, it became a trend. She comes home, I need a Stanley Cup. Is it a Stanley Cup? I said, what is the Stanley Cup? I went online, I said, it's a trend. And her friends have it. Well, she comes home, she won the Stanley Cup. And we sat and we had a conversation. I said, okay, cup is a cup. Doesn't matter. I've told my kids, if something we need, it's a need. It's not a want. If it's need, $1,000, we borrow money, we buy it because it's a need. But if it's not a need, if it's a penny, if it's free, we don't need it, we don't take it. It's not a need. It's a want. If you as a parent right now analyze, even yourself, you see your dialect, the words that you use, level of your patience, level of how angry you get, how fast you get angry, is dependent on the friends that you befriend and you hang out with. If you befriend a person who talks slowly, who talks with respect, who's calm, who always, hadith says, you should befriend a person that when you see them, it reminds you of Allah. They have that sukoon, that assurance, that itminan. Doesn't matter what happens. Slowly, slowly, it will affect you. You become like them also. Because Rasulullah said, Al-mar'u ala dina khalila. Whatever your friends do, you will do the same thing. In this jihad, we have to go around and find the right person. That becomes, for those who are about to get married or want to get married, girls and boys, that should be the criteria of my future spouse. That I am doing jihad ma'an nafs on a daily basis. By you joining me, will I get better in this jihad, or I have to do jihad with nafs and with shaitan and with my spouse? We don't have time to, and we don't have energy and power to add another enemy. No. I'm doing jihad ma'an nafs. I'm fighting my ego. This nafs that pushes me toward committing sin. Are you going to be alongside? I help you and you help me. Or no, you have some ideology and mindset and I have some ideology and mindset. We don't match. The best wife and the best husband is the one that helps you get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You see the importance of friendship? That friendship can be your spouse. Abi Hamza narrates from Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, from his fathers, from Ali ibn al-Hussein, from Imam Sajjad. Ya bunay, انظر خمسة فلا تصاحبهم. These 5 groups of people, do not befriend them. ولا تحادثهم. Do not have a conversation with them. Like, don't talk with them. Leave them alone. Only ولا ترافقهم في طريق. Do not join them in a walk, in a journey, whatever that journey might be. These 5 groups of people, do not befriend, do not talk, and do not walk with them on a journey. فقلت يا أبا من هم? Who are these 5 groups of people? Number 1, Al-Kadhab. Kadhb means what? Lying. A liar. A liar that lies about everything. Maybe one time they said something by mistake or something, understandable, but a person is known to be a liar. Am I a liar myself? A liar. Everything they say is a lie. Let's do this. Okay, we'll go. They don't. Oh, I was pranking you. What do you mean pranking you? Number 1. Number 2, Al-Fasiq. Who is Fasiq? Fasiq, according to our understanding of Ahadith of Ahlul Bayt, is a person who commits sins, number 1. Who commits sin publicly, number 2. And they promote their sins. They're committing sin, public sin, and everybody look at me, I'm on my social media live. In a wedding, I'm not properly, don't have hijab, all latest makeup, boys and girls, we are dancing, live show. Let's enjoy this, and every one of my followers see. This person is considered to be fasiq. Sometimes we commit sin by mistake, unintentionally it is, okay, astaghfirullah rabbi wa atubu ilayh, we don't commit sin. But some people, they insist on that sin that they're committing. And they go to the next level, they promote this sin. Imam said, don't be with them. Don't befriend them. Don't talk with them. Don't join them on a journey. Next. وَإِيَّاكَ وَمُصَاحَبَةُ الْبَخِيلِ. Do not befriend stingy people. Tomorrow night comes, we're about to, do you guys accept credit cards? Also, it's only check or pledges. Pledges, you're about to pledge. Your friends say, it's okay, man. You don't need to pay this much. Stingy. Rather than they push you, you want to do this for the sake of Allah, do it. Do more. Remind you that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will provide for you. Whatever you give for the sake of Allah, He will increase you in tens, multiple fold. They're stingy, they are bakhil. They will influence you. We have to be very careful. إياك next. إياك ومصاحبة الأحمق. We said in Farsi also أحمق. Missing. Every decision they make in their life is a wrong decision. Sometimes they are risking it, they've done their homework, they make a decision, it doesn't go through. Understandable. But every decision that they make, they don't use their intellect. Imam says these people are أحمق. فإنه يريد أن ينفعك. They want to benefit you, فيضرك, but they harm you. Beautiful story. One day, as a fiction, but it's a beautiful story now, relates to this topic. One day, a person found a bear cub, a small bear cub. Started bringing the bear inside the house and befriended and socialized and tamed this bear. The bear started growing up. Got big. You know how big the bear gets. Very close relationship between this individual and the bear. One day, this individual was sleeping under a tree. A fly came on the nose of this Guy. Came back again. Zzz. He did again. Zzz. Again. The bear saw that this fly is hurting my friend. What can I do? What can I do? My friend's sleeping and I want to help my friend. The bear saw a big stone. Okay, here you go. I'm going to kill this fly with this big stone. As soon as sat on the nose of the person, throw the rock, kill the bear, and inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. He killed the person also. We call it in Farsi, dustaye khale khair se. Completely. Kill the person. This being is ahmaq. Doesn't know, Habibi, if you throw that big stone on the person, you're trying to kill the fly, you kill the person, you smash his head, it's gone. Imam said, be careful. We have to go home, action plan. When we go home tonight, let me see who I befriend. There was a time which we lived, it was a good time back in the days. Our friends were only the people who we met face to face when we were together. So you could be selective. Unfortunately today, we have all of our friends on our social media, on Instagram and TikTok and WhatsApp and Facebook and Snapchat. Go through the list of the people that you have, because they will influence you. Because every day when you open and you see a reel from them, they're doing something, sorry my language, stupid, ahmaq. Well, guess what? One time you see it, 2 times you see it, 3 times you see it, 10 times you see it, it's going to affect you. You see how important it is for us who we follow, give heart, have added to our social media. They're also our friends. If I'm wearing a proper hijab, solid, no hair out, complete hijab, I see a friend of mine remove the hijab. Selfie, I remove the hijab. MashaAllah, everybody give them a heart, give them like. I see my second friend, her hijab was here, went back. My third friend, my fourth friend, I will be the 7th. Because I see the trend. Last but not least, who I should not sit, who I should not befriend, who I should not talk to, who I should not join. Imam said, وَإِيَّاكَ وَمُصَاحَبَةِ الْقَاطِعَ لِرَحِمِهِ. Do not befriend, sit with, talk with a person who had cut ties with their blood relatives. فَأَنِّي وَجَدْتَهُ مَلْعُونًا فِي كِتَابِ اللَّهِ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ. I found this person to be cursed in the Holy Quran. Don't sit with them. Don't befriend them. Don't join them on a journey. I have to be very careful, brothers and sisters. Very selective. Cut ties, no problem. Not blood relatives. With friends, if you see your friends, by you being with them for the past 10 months, 1 year, 2 years, they did not have an influence on you in a good way. Rather, they encourage you to haram. Tomorrow, assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam. Sorry, we can't be friends anymore. But Sheikh, you know, there are friends, we've been friends for past many years. Be it. Rather than me becoming a better person, I became worse day by day that I'm with this person. I can't, and I should not. Who are your best friends? And I will finish with this. Who are your best friends? Your best friends, Imam says, أحب إخواني. Imam Sadiq alayhi salam says, this is the beautiful teachings of ahadith of Ahlul Bayt. They said, my best friends are those people who gift me what? Who gift me iPhone? No. Who give me an MK bag? No. Who give me a PlayStation or Xbox? No. My best friends, I love those friends of mine who gift me what? My uyub, my mistake, my flaws, my shortcomings. They are my best friend. If they come and tell me, Mustafa, what you did, it was wrong. Thank you. If you have a person who makes you angry because they tell you your mistakes and your flaws to your face, hug them. Appreciate them. Hold on to them. We can close those doors, inshallah. Recite now salawat. We have to really appreciate these kind of people. But unfortunately, if my friends tells me, fix your hijab, I stay aside. Control your anger. Who are you that telling me control my anger? You control your anger. Allah is using them to guide you. Take advantage of them. Appreciate them. Hold on to them. Don't let people within your vicinity, if they make you laugh, have people around and within your vicinity, those who make you cry. They are the right people to have around. قال رسول الله من أراد الله به خيرا. If Allah wants khair for someone, رزقه. When we think about rizq, what do we think? Rizq, financial, money, check, dollar sign next to it. No, rizq can be رزقه الله خليلا صالحا. Allah will give him a rizq. In what form? A righteous friend. If you have a righteous friend within your circle, they are Allah's rizq on you. Be grateful to Allah and be grateful to them. You might be far hours and hours, but they hold you accountable for what you did. Hold on to them. Befriend them. And don't let them go away. More. My time is finished. I don't know what time I started. 8:40. My time is finished. Because I have to also speak Farsi. Actually, one more hadith. There's a lot of hadith. I love it. I wish we could just sit here and just read hadith. Don't do anything else. How can we know who's our best friend? One of them, they remind us of our mistakes. Number two, Imam said, if you befriended someone, you angered them 3 times. They showed forbearance and patience. Imam said, befriend them. You angered them. You wronged them once. They didn't tell you anything. They showed patience. Twice, they showed patience. 3 times, they showed patience. Imam said, befriend these people. Because you will learn from their sabr and patience. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by the blessing of the Quran, by the blessing of Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, by the blessing of these nights, to give us rizq, good friends, so they can help us in jihad against our nafs and shaitan, by the blessing of 3 salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. وآل محمد اللهم صل على